Comments from reality for our legislators. We know. And you know too. And we know you know. And you know that we know that you know. So how come you're saying stupid stuff? How come you're lying and pretending to be ignorant? Last Saturday saw the world marching for science, which shouldn't have been necessary because it's kind of like marching for air. I mean, who isn't in favor of air? Like air, why wouldn't everyone be in favor of science? It's done things like enable the eradication of smallpox everywhere, and we're this close to eradicating polio. There are only 5 reported cases worldwide this year. Science has brought the entire world to unprecedented levels of prosperity. Who wouldn't support disciplines that help us so much? You already know that 97% of the world's climate scientists proclaim loudly and clearly that the Earth is warming at an extremely rapid rate toward extremely dangerous consequences. You also know that the studies done by the remaining 3% of climate scientists were funded largely by, guess who? The fossil fuel industries. Donald Trump insists that global warming is a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese. Many senators and representatives, mostly with an R by their name, outright deny that global warming is happening, or they admit that the planet is warming, but they deny human behavior is making things worse. They simply refuse to see what they don't want to see, and that's the basis for their ostrich insight. Why would they do that? Why would they consign their own children and grandchildren to the devastation of ever more severe hurricanes? And famine, the likes of which is sweeping across Africa right now. It's already beginning to be seen in America because increased heat and reduced rainfall are baking our agricultural lands. Why would they risk the political and cultural perils of the mass emigrations that have already begun? Why would they allow Miami, New York, Los Angeles, and the rest of our coastal cities to become Atlantis? It's about short-term thinking and self-serving priorities. We get it. And if you want to get it, follow the money. So, to those very same short-term thinking, self-serving politicians, just get this. We know. And we know that you know. We see you, and we have memories that extend all the way to your next election. We know. Now a little definition clarity. From the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, entitlement. A right to benefits specified, especially by law or contract. The word entitlement has long been used to describe government programs that deliver benefits to our citizens like Social Security and Medicare. The political right has done a marvelous job of shifting the simple, obligatory meaning of the word to include a connotation of freebies given to the undeserving. Arguments abound over the sustainability of these programs, but the wrongness now slathered on the entitlement concept resides primarily within the haves who vilify the have-nots, the self-described makers portraying themselves as being fleeced by the takers. Our contract law stems from English common law, so we're steeped in hundreds of years of belief and agreement that when we make a deal, we have to keep our part of the bargain. A deal is a deal, so let's define this properly. Our governmental entitlement programs carry with them a contract to deliver the agreed upon benefits to the people. They don't include options for Paul Ryan to offshore the obligation to private sellers so they can make a buck. So to our legislators, figure out the funding challenge and don't fix this by dumping the heavy load onto the backs of poor people because they're entitled. Bonus selection. I've long wondered what it would take, what outrages were necessary to motivate people to stand up and demand better. It seems we found out. Public dissent in the form of mass protests have become frequent and very vocal, and the combined voices are having significant impact. A common chant of the crowds is, "Show me what democracy looks like." And it's answered by this. This is what democracy looks like. That leads us to the current post of my friend Marty Grothe. He is one of a small handful of Yoda-like people in my life, not one of which is short, green, or has pointy ears. They simply are wise. There's a link in the written blog to his most current offering. Read it and think. I'm Jack Alshuler.